you meet with the Steelers, and what do you think about the organization and Mike Tomlin and potentially replacing the Hall of Fame quarterback?
Yeah, I did meet with him, and I think the world of the organization. I think it's a great ran organization. A lot of respect for Coach Tomlin and how he kind of carries his life, how he kind of goes about things. I like those guys a lot, and definitely Ben's a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest to ever do it. Great organization, and Ben was a great player.
Definitely a good fit for you, you think?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just happy to go anywhere. I'm just kind of looking for an opportunity for an offense that can really utilize my skill set.
Sam, compared to the 2020 and 2021 outside looking in, it feels like you guys ran two different outlets. Vertical threat.
I feel like I picked it up pretty
this
quickly.
year,
I mean, one of my goals that week was really try to get the play calls down, be able to spin that well, and this one carry just work extremely hard to memorize those plays.
Yeah, it was a little different. Obviously the same system, but we just kind of did some different things this past year. A lot more quarterback run stuff this past year, and not as much as the vertical passing game. Kind of got more involved in the intermediate passing game. So it's all still from the same system, but definitely we did some different things.
Speak to the challenge of also using those guys right now.
I'm an accurate passer, and I'm just saying my strong qualities I have.
Yeah, definitely, a little bit of a challenge, but to be honest with you, I think we had some really good players this past year, and I wouldn't have traded those guys for anybody in the world. They're all really talented players, and they work really, really hard. And obviously, we didn't achieve everything we wanted to achieve this past year, but we learned so much throughout it. So for that, I wouldn't trade this past year for anything.
Have you met with the Panthers?
Yeah, I have, yes, ma'am.
And how did that, how did things go, and how important would it be, or how would you like to play at home in North Carolina?
I thought the meetings went well. I like those guys a lot. Coach Rule, I think he does a really good job. I don't get too caught up in what this team and that team. It would be cool to stay back home in my hometown. But to be honest with you, I really don't have a preference of where I go. I'm open to finding a new home.
Sam, how did it go?
I wouldn't say it was much unique. It was kind of cool just to meet with those guys, just because I hadn't met Coach Hackett since that was my first time meeting him. So it was kind of cool to get to know him a little bit.
Sam, how did these meetings differ from what you did at the Senior Bowl?
Learn from vets, like I said.
Yeah, it was a little different just because at the Senior Bowl they kind of got to know me a little bit, and these meetings are more about talking football and pulling up film, having me draw some stuff up, and me kind of showing them my knowledge of the game.
It's actually
I think I did a pretty good job of that for the most part. The Senior Bowl, I just want to show people who I am as a person, as a player, and I'm gonna continue to do that throughout this process. That's kind of my mindset about this thing. Is I'm not gonna try to come out here and be someone I'm not. I'm gonna be who I am and try to show these teams who I truly am.
Learning different terminology, coaches use, prepare me for that.
Yeah, I thought those guys were awesome. Starting with Coach Burnell, he was kind of working with me with the quarterbacks. I thought that was an awesome guy and awesome coach. He's doing a really good job. Coach Ben Johnson, I was happy to see him get the coordinator job. I think he definitely deserved it. Did a really good job for us that week. So it was just a lot of fun to be around those guys. You can tell all those guys really love the game, and I wouldn't be surprised if they start winning here soon.
Yeah, for sure. Any way to contribute to my team, get the ball in my hands.
Yeah, it's definitely a part of my game that I've been trying to, work on the past couple of years. I think to be really successful at this position, you got to be able to move around a little bit nowadays, and that's definitely something I take pride in. I think the main difference is going to be in the NFL. I need to do a better job of taking care of my body. I can't try to run through tackles all the time and take all those hits I took in college. So just doing a better job taking care of myself when I do decide to run the ball.
Piggybacking off that, do you consider yourself a dual threat quarterback?
I do. I definitely do. I think I can do it all on the field. I think I can make any throw on the field, and I think I can definitely be a weapon in the run game.
Sam, this class obviously hasn't unfolded all the way yet, but do you feel like it's being underrated at all as far as the quarterback talent this year?
Yeah, honestly, I don't get too caught up in the ratings and stuff like that. I know there's some really good quarterbacks in this draft class, and it's been kind of cool to go on this process with these guys. They're all really good guys.
Is there what you think you've been on the most mentally this 3 years?
No, just getting to know me.
Yeah, I think just my knowledge of the defensive side of the game. I feel like I had a really good idea. I had a really good understanding of our system at UNC really after year one. So I think where I really expanded is just my knowledge of defenses and how defenses are trying to stop us.
Is there a quarterback in the NFL that you try to model your game or
I wouldn't say there's one that I truly try to model. There's a lot of guys that I try to take like bits and pieces from. I think the main guy is probably Drew Brees. Shorter guy, and he's just you can tell he's really good at processing information. He always has a really good understanding of what he's doing with the ball before the ball's even snapped. And even though he's a shorter guy, he can make every single throw on the field. He's always on time, so definitely Drew Brees is. Yeah, I like the way that Aaron Rodgers plays the game. You can tell he's just super confident. He's not scared to make any throw on the field, and that's kind of my mentality. I kind of go out there with a fearless mentality and a confident mentality that I can make every single throw on the field. And you can tell how much pride he takes in every single throw, and he rarely misses. So it's kind of something I take from him. I think Joe Burrow and just the presence he brings. You can tell he doesn't really say a whole lot, but when he's on the field, he has a presence, and the guys rally around him, and I try to model that in my game.
How has Phil Longo helped you in your 3 years? Not only on the football field, but maybe as personally.
Yeah, no, he's helped me so much. Not only on the field, but off the field. And that's what I truly respect about him is how much he truly cares off the field. He's a great guy, and it was an honor to play for a guy who cares so much about not only me as a player, but me as a person. And really all my development over the past 3 years, I can credit to him.
what are your goals as a
I think it helped me tremendously. Young junior, wasn't ready.
Yeah, my goal is to just try to soak everything in and do the best I can to become the best player I am. And I just want to do everything I can to help my team win as many games as possible. And I'm going to go to work every single day and give a team everything I got. I think just my ability to lead and my ability to rally a team. I think that's one of my strengths as a quarterback. Probably my main strength is my ability to rally a team and get a group of guys going. So I'm just trying to show these teams how I did that in North Carolina.
Would you say some of the adversity that you faced in last year at North Carolina helped you hone those skills?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I learned so much this past season, and for that's why I wouldn't trade last season for anything. Obviously, it was a disappointing year for us. Didn't meet the expectations we had for ourselves, but I learned so much. Week in, week out, so many ups and downs, and it really challenged me from a leadership perspective, just to always come in with a positive mindset. Everyone's kind of looking at me, so always coming in with an upbeat mentality.
You mentioned there's obviously a difference between college and pro. What do you see as the biggest difference for quarterback going to the next level?
Yeah, I think just the speed, just how fast guys are around you. Windows are tighter. But yeah, I think just by watching NFL film, you got to be on time. If you're not on time, you're gonna miss a window, and you're gonna miss a throw. So I would just say the speed of the game. Everyone around you is faster. So yeah.
You mentioned leadership. What's the moment